Here we are, we're continuing our journey through Lent. It's a time of thinking about renewal. And spring is one of those times where we just get really excited about renewal. I suppose some of you have already seen some of the crocuses that are coming up. I've noticed a lot of the birds have been coming around. I've seen a robin, I've seen cardinals, I've seen the great northern fletcher picking away at my lawn. It's just so exciting. Renewal is something that we long for. And that's our journey through Lent, to think about renewal. But as this is also the week of spring, in which we leave winter behind and burst forth into new leaf into the springtime, it also has me thinking about what God says about caring for His creation. Sometimes we think it's all about this spiritual inner journey, and indeed, caring for the environment is a spiritual inner journey. See, we all have to face the fact that we are stewards of God's creation. And likewise, we all have to face the fact that we aren't always very good at it. In fact, we use our chemicals to clean up weeds. We use batteries and throw them in the garbage, creating toxic waste. There's just all kinds of things. The way that we overuse certain resources. And so where do we begin? It's such a huge thing, and it's been on the worldwide agenda for some time as we hear about how creation is breaking down, how more and more animals are extinct, how we have less and less bees. So why don't we think about some of those little bugs this spring? One action for you this Lent. I've noticed with the warmer weather, people have been running out there to clean their yards, and that's a good thing, but it's not time yet. And here's the reason why. Oh, oops. Our little bugs are still in their chrysalis. They're still cocooning. And if we scrunch them up with our rakes, if we move them and pile them up or burn them, we lose a lot of creation's creatures. Bees, beetles, bugs, butterflies, and they're all very important to plant life. They're very important to our crop life. And even though we don't like bugs and we love to squish them in the house, take a Kleenex, move them outside, especially now that it's spring. They'd love to be set free. It's not a big thing. As a matter of fact, it's maybe a very small scale thing that we can do, but it is part of our journey for Lent to recognize that, as Christ says in Revelation 21, I am making all things new. And part of that renewal is the bugs that come and support our plants and the rest of our creation. And of course, when we let them go, we can enjoy the beauty later on in the summer. These are one of my favorite butterflies. They're not Ontario, and no, I did not kill them. I had to buy this from the Butterfly Conservatory, a wonderful place that teaches you all kinds of ways of how you can care for those chrysalids in the spring. Of course, it's also true in the fall. Leave your leaves on the grass. Not only is it good fertilizer, but it helps the little bugs find a place to make their cocoons. Don't forget, Lent isn't just a spiritual journey. It affects how we live our lives and how we care for God's creation. Let's aim to do that well and do it together.